Лечь.
Hi guys, so today is June 4th. It's been 3 days since we got our little Tommy. This is actually the day that we are leaving the hospital, and only now I feel like I'm in the right peace of mind to kind of give you a feedback and tell you a little bit about how it went from where we left off. So basically, after I was induced, I expected that labor will start as if they were natural. I thought it will take long hours of waiting for contractions, like not knowing when it's gonna happen, and basically it went pretty fast. They broke my waters. After that, like in half an hour, I started feeling contractions, which were quite intense from the beginning, and they were like about 3 minutes apart, lasting for like 20 seconds, but they were a little bit irregular and the cervix wasn't dilating as fast as they were expecting. After probably an hour, they put me on oxytocin, and here the fun really started, because from there contractions became more intense, more frequent and more regular.
Немножко пиздеца вам в ленту. I'm fine. Оп. Что ты говоришь? Ты не хочешь? А девочку еще хочешь потом?
2 hours after my water broke, I was ready for my epidural. We were just waiting for contractions to be like, going steady, so they will not slow down in case we do the epidural. And after that, it's been just like going through contractions. I had like 3 doses of epidural while I was dilating, and I was dilating gradually, but like non-stop.
How are you feeling?
I feel shaky.
Shake it, shake it.
Shake it, shake it. Epidural is working, but for some reason, because I have some kind of crooked spine, it works mostly on one side. On another one, it doesn't work that well, so I still can feel some contractions. Still way better than before. And I have one big push left.
Tom is coming.
Almost coming. And at 4:20 p.m., the Tom was born.
Я вам честно скажу. Это просто монстр. Она такая просто сильная. Я думал, там, короче, я много чего думал. Я очень сильно переживал. Но Оксанка просто молчала. Просто молчала. Посмотрите, какой манюнька. Ой, какой.
Это такой манипусенький, хорошенький ребеночек. Да. Ты же хочешь сиську, сейчас придет какая-то тетя, научит тебя есть.
Там в родительском чате голосование на кто вес угадал.
3760. I really expected it to take way longer. So if we're talking about timeline, at 7:30 they broke my water, and at 4:30, 4:20 I gave birth. In my mind, this is super fast, because I was thinking that probably that night, probably maybe like early morning next day, but at 4:30 we were already holding our baby, and it was amazing.
Милитесь, пожалуйста, я вас представляю.
Кто там?
Ой, Асечка наша.
Кто там?
And it was kind of surreal how fast it's been for me. And last stage of the labor, like the pushing part, this was something that I was most afraid of, because, well, obviously it seems painful when you just think of it. And it was the quickest part. I wouldn't say it wasn't painful at all, but it wasn't as painful as I thought it would be, maybe because it was too short. I basically pushed him out in like 5 contractions, I guess. And if I knew how to push better. I read a lot of things on a lot of topics, but I haven't read anything or listened to anything on how to actually push. And it's very important because the more effective you push, the faster the process is going. Basically, like, yeah, in 5 contractions and like few pushes, 2-3 pushes on each contraction, we got the baby out, and I was so relieved. I know that people say that like you feel this happiness when you have your baby, but I must tell you that big part of that happiness comes from the relief, because for like 8 hours I felt very tense. Not tense because like I was tense. Yeah, I was shivering a lot. So even though I had epidural, you still can feel some pressure. It's still a lot of discomfort. I was quite relaxed in my mind space, but my body, it was shivering, like, and I just felt like my muscles were contracting unconsciously. From that, and like from the sweating and from the consistency of this painful and uncomfortable tension, you are looking for that relief. And once the baby's out, just like the very second you feel this pressure gone, and you can instantly relax whole your body. This is like an amazing feeling. And then the next second the baby starts screaming, and they put him on you, and it's just the whole other side of happiness. And like altogether, I really did not expect it to go so well. It wasn't easy by no means, but it wasn't that hard that I like build it up in my mind. The only thing I regret is that nobody should Fedor during this procedure. The thing is, he is terrified of everything hospital related, like blood, needles, everything. Just going into labor with me, there was like a huge step for him. We actually thought that he will be with me throughout the like first parts of labor, but not through actual pushing, because this could get a little messy, and we just didn't think that this is something that he wants to be a part of. And that was okay with me because everybody's different. I know this is his like way of feeling, but he actually stayed, and moreover he was so nervous. I guess the biggest part for him is that it is very hard to see somebody you love in pain and not being able to help. 2 hours before I went into like active pushing, this girl who was probably in the next room, or like maybe a room over, we heard her from the window. She was screaming so hard, and I just could see on Fedor's face like he's terrified, like literal horror. He couldn't sit, he couldn't stand, he was just like going around and around the room, and I could just feel like he is worried so much more than I am. Maybe because he couldn't understand like the depths of the feeling that I feel and my tolerance of pain, because you can feel it and you can understand that you can tolerate it. But when he heard that girl screaming, and she was screaming really for 2 hours from time to time, maybe like going through contractions, maybe she was going through unmedicated labor. I'm not sure what happened there. Maybe she's just a screamer. But the expression on Fedor's face, he was thinking that this is what's expecting me, so he just couldn't bear it. And you know, when somebody panics or like is getting really nervous next to you, you kind of take another turn and you become more calm and quiet, so you can kind of compensate with the other person. And I thought that if hospital food, the food here is pretty good. It's like very old-fashioned and hospital, but very tasty in the same time. So back to the story. I feel like if he hadn't been so worried, so worked up, I probably would be more nervous, and I would probably have more tendency to, you know, panic and go into that. But looking at him, I could relax. I don't know how it works, but I felt very calm up till the very end. There was probably just like a second during the pushing when I understood that I'm pushing wrong. Like I messed up on contraction and I was so disappointed in myself, and I was like, okay, I cannot do that. But it was just like a second, and then in a few more contractions we were done. I wanted to share a few realizations or like insights that I had throughout this experience. Number one, whatever you read before, however prepared you think you are, if you haven't done that, the chances are you still will get it wrong in terms of expectations. So expectations are no good. You should let it go. It's still gonna go differently from what you think. And second realization is it doesn't end with labor. It seems like when you are waiting to give birth, you kind of look into this like deadline. Okay, I will give birth, I will have my baby, and this is kind of the end. But in the same time, it's just the beginning. So when I calculated my strengths, I thought that, okay, I will give birth and then I can relax. And yeah, you can relax for like an hour or two, but then the whole other journey starts and you have to be feeding, changing, and like caring for this little new human. And it takes a lot of effort. It takes a lot of strength. The night before I gave birth, we had air alert, so I didn't sleep. Then the whole next day I was in labor, and then the next day I didn't sleep because we had been transferred to our room a little bit late because like there's a lot of people here and it was delayed a little bit, so we stayed in our like labor room for a while, and we came like here where we can actually relax around 10 p.m. probably. And then there were like doctors coming, and then in the night I was feeding the little one every hour or like two, and I didn't get enough sleep. And then the next day it felt like when it's light outside and everything, you can handle it. We had a new employee coming to us, so I scheduled onboarding the very next day. There was work, there was a lot of things happening, there was a lot of congratulations, warm words, people were coming to visit, and it was kind of like very exciting but also a little bit exhausting because again we haven't slept the whole day. And the next night it hit me. I barely broke emotionally because I didn't have a lot of milk and nobody told me that I can give him a little bit of formula.
What are you doing?
We are trying to gain some weight. Come on. I don't see if it's becoming endless in the bottle.
We were trying to give him enough food, but throughout the night he was waking up every hour and I was trying to feed him. And let me tell you, they tell the feeding is frequent, but nobody tells you that it's alone. So he is sucking on each boob for like 15 to 20 minutes. So basically you do it every hour for almost an hour. So it's like this vicious circle that you have no exit from. And when it's your third night in a row after like being absolutely sleep and energy deprived, I felt like, okay, I'm gonna die now. But everything got better. We got formula, we got a little support. Now he's eating, he's sleeping. We kind of are getting into the rhythm of like new life. Realization number 3, before I had a baby, whenever my friends were having a baby, you feel kind of joy for them and you feel excited and happy for them, but you cannot really understand like the depths of the feelings that those people are going through, and you cannot feel that for them before you go through this yourself and before you understand what it's like. And I think like from now, if somebody is getting pregnant and will be having a baby, I will look at the process and especially at the labor and birth process from the whole other perspective, and will have so much deeper appreciation and feelings of compassion and happiness for somebody who goes through this, because this is like a truly amazing, hard to explain feeling. Yeah, I'm really happy. So stay tuned. Again, this is not a mama's vlog and I'm not gonna vlog a lot about the baby, but as he's a part of my life now, he definitely will be in the vlog. So by the way, all my swollen hands and feet are gone the very next day. felt amazing. I felt also a little bit like nostalgic and felt such a gentle appreciation for my postpartum belly, because it was like, you know, like this balloon that was huge, and then it was still there, but it was so small. It already done his job, and now it's healing. I thought that I might want to get rid of it, but I kind of like it. It still reminds me of this experience, and it's like whole new appreciation for your body as well. So let's take a room tour, and I will start packing. Here we have like a bathroom, a tub, and hey, my going home outfit. Basically, I brought another one, but I don't feel like wearing anything fancy. I don't want to do a big deal out of it because, oh, my baby woke up. My baby woke up. My baby woke up. Hello, baby. Hello, baby. You want to eat again? Yes, you are. Okay, we are full now. I hope we will sleep for a little bit. Husband, how are you?
I'm fine, thanks. And you?
Почему тут?
Еще?
You want again? Eat more?
Change position.
As I told you, it takes time, more than we expected, but it's nice. It's nice. So cute. Okay, take 225. We have like 1 hour we have to go home. This little one has to get like tuberculosis shot, and then we're done pretty much. Here we lived for 3 days. We have like a little kitchenette here with like a fridge and everything that you need to warm up food and stuff like this. But actually, as you saw, they feed us pretty good here. And there is my bed, and it also was a bed for Tommy, and then there is a changing table, and pretty much what else do you need? This is obviously the couch for the husband, and we're done. I can't believe it that 3 days ago, around this time, I was in labor, pushing this little guy out.
На голосоронне дельфін. Ну так, ютубчик уже ж робить, ютубчик робить. Воу-воу-воу-воу-воу-воу-воу.